Skater again, and I've been playing with my favourite stamp sets, and I got the little Mermazing, absolutely cute as a button. Yeah, so I've been adding all my stamps to these new boards as well. This is the one I got free with the magazine the other day. Oh, and it's coming off. Why are you coming off? I got my Ocean Pals, my Father's Day ones, non-Stampin' Up products, but I'm going to start playing with. So I've got my Space Explorer and my Mermazing, and these are all from my favourite stamps. Party Like a Pirate, Adorable Elephants, these are the sentiments. So I've been playing with the mermaid one, absolutely cute as a button. So I am going to pull off my stamps. Oh, and my tape comb today, 1/8 of an inch. Perfect for all those little close-ups, so you've got to get really pin tight. So I'm going to grab a few blocks. Oh, what am I going to use this one? Let me just show you first. And I'm using the dies from Sunshine and Rainbows. Not used that set. Well, I've only used that set once, but when I saw what I was going to do, look how cute this is. We've got the rock here just poking out the water so she can have a sit in the sun. I've done a bit of sponging, but I think it's a little bit dark. I've sponged the edges and used Winker Stella on there. Got a little clownfish poking up. And if you notice, there's a little trail of fish that you can just see under the water's edge. This beautiful shell and the rock, and I've Winker Stella'd the lot of them. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Her hair is glistening in the sun. Her scales and the little fish. I just think it's adorable. And I've popped a few little fish inside. I just think it's really cute. I used Pool Party paper there, but I'm going to use Soft Sky. I think it's a little bit more toned down, and I'm going to use Soft Sky to blend my sky bits in. So what I did, this piece is actually cut bigger because you can always take away but you can never add. So I need about 3.5 inches. So I'm going to trim this down to size. Well, I'm going to take about an inch and about 3/4 of an inch off the bottom of here because I knew how much I took off the last one. And then, where's my die? Oh, there it is. Excuse me, I used this one and I just cut straight through. And the top bit I used the other way round for the sky, and the bottom bit I used for the ripples on the ocean. So it's a very versatile stamp and die set. So give me 2 seconds. I will be back after I've cut this out. And I'm back, and as you can see, it does leave a little imprint where your die has gone through, but if you turn it this way, you're not going to see it. So this is going to be the back bit where the skyline is. Yeah, and then this piece is going over the top, and we're going to sponge the edges. Or you can leave it with the dints if you want. I don't like the dints on there, so I'm definitely turning it over. So what we're going to, just look how cute this is. I've already cut and coloured the fish in the shell. We're going to cut and colour, and a fussy cut. Oh, me and fussy cutting. So I'm going to leave that there a moment. Just going to fetch in. I've already got my Daffodil Delight one. I'm using Soft Sky for this one. So pop them. I need to sponge the edges as well. So I'm getting my Soft Sky. I think it may be a little bit paler, which thankfully is what I need. So we're going to do a bit of sponging. I'm just going to check first because, yeah, that's a lot paler. A lot paler indeed. So I'm just going to work my way across this page. And I don't want it as dark as I did the other one. So I'm just gently working it And I just want the mist more than anything. You know, so you can see like there's ripples in it, a bit white bits, you know, as if there's clouds there. And I'm only coming about 2/3 of the way down. I'm not really into sponging, but when I started doing this card, I thought how wonderful it was. And something different. And we love our Stampin' Up! Products, don't get me wrong. But I also want to experiment with other things. And I think that is perfect. You've got that lovely ripple in the sky. And I think it's perfect. I'm going to leave that to one side. I did use Daffodil Delight as well, just to put a swirl in the background. And I'm going to take a bit off because I don't want it that dark again. So I'm just literally just going to swirl a little bit. So there's a bit of a hazy sun in the background. And you don't really need that dark. I think it was a bit too dark, that one. But it's still a beautiful card. But I love this now. Absolutely think it's wonderful. So there's my little daubers. I can go away. I am a tidy freak, and I'm OCD a bit. Oh no, I need this. I need this. I need this. I need this. I forgot to sponge. So I'm going to do a bit of sponging on here. And again, so it just contrasts when it's against your paper. I think I need to re-ink this pad. It's really pale. But I can't believe it's going. I'm not getting red. I'm keeping mine. It's just too precious. The colours are gorgeous. I think all Stampin' Up! Colours are absolutely amazing. And when I coloured the mermaid in, I used both my blends and my felt tip pens and my Sharpies. So I'm not doing down the sides, there's no need. So there's the bottom of there's the sea. We may even have to trim a little bit more off. We'll just see in a moment. It just depends. And I'm going to do the sky as well. Yeah, the border, the backdrop of the sky. Just a wonderful thing. You'll be watching me colour again in a minute. Tongue sticking out there works. I've had some lovely comments on the impossible card. Well, it's not really so impossible. It's just, I don't know why they call it an impossible card, but thank you for all your wonderful comments. They were so lovely of you all. You just amazed me all the time. So, I will need this again for my fishes. In fact, I'll do that now, actually, while it's out. So I've got these little fishy wishes. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. And I'm just going to check. They're really too pale, so I'm just going to gently stamp. These just so they look like they're just under the water's edge, like a dark reflection. Oops, I've missed that little backy fish off there. And just to add something to the card. So, you know when you're swimming in the sea and you can see the fish swimming around, but you can't make them out? I think that's perfect for this. So, oh, let me grab a base of my card as well. I have a card base here, which is just the thick Whisper White. And I'm just going to score this right down the centre, 4 1/8. So this is 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. And I'm just scoring at 4 1/8. I tend to be a bit violent when I'm scoring. But, and then I turn my card the wrong way. No, that's perfect. When I do normal cards, I do it against the trimmer, but when using thick Whisper White, you get these buckled edges, so I try as not to. And my pooches are running around wild. I'm sure they don't like the football that's on. Me either. My husband puts the channel on, and then goes, football. Like, I want to watch this. Look at that. Okay. fraying. Oh my God. What I do then, I've got these pads you use for your nails and just go over them. And it takes off the little dusty bits of paper. Cracking. And again, I'm just going to decorate inside. And what it is, I keep catching that corner. So if I make a boo-boo, I just go over it. So I'm just putting a line of these fishy wishies. Oh, and so, I think you sent me the link. Oh, I can't. Can you hear them? Go in, please. Oh, somebody sent me a link to a little stamp set of a sausage dog saying, "I'm a silly sausage," and I bought it. It really made my day. So I can attach these, but I'm not going to attach yet because we're going to trim off the ends. So I'm not going to attach that yet. Stick them up there to one side. I've got a nice thick piece of Whisper White here when I can find it. I just had it. There it is. Got my stamping. And I'm going to grab my black Memento ink because I am using some blends. Stamp this beautiful little thing up. And my granddaughter loves mermaids. And it gives you a really crisp image with the Memento ink. Look at that. It's just the cutest. And the rock. Excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. I thought you heard the door, but no. Right, now I'm finished with this. And this. I'm going to pop them to one side. Clean up later. Oh, isn't she beautiful? I might do her a different colour, actually. I think she's just the sweetest little thing. Like her blue hair. So I'm going to do her hair. I've got all these wonderful colours. And I think I'll have a look at the green. We do her green this time. I'm just loving. Oh, what a beautiful colour. So please forgive me. I will add the Winker Stella to all the bits after I did it before and got it all over my fingers earlier. And yeah, these stamps were quite reasonable as well. I'm on a site at the moment. It's called My Favourite Things. And I was on a site earlier and where I got the silly sausage one from. And they've got a sale on, and some of the stamp sets are like £4.95. They start normally about £10–11. What was it called? I've got to find it now to let you know what it's called. Let me have a look. It's called Clearly Besotted Stamps.com. Go and have a look. They've got a sale on. 25% off. Things are half price. I just love this colour green. Absolutely beautiful. And I know it's not Stampin' Up colour. But with cartoony type stamps, I've missed a gap in her hair. And I'm supposed to leave a little bit of white. When you're shading, I'm just going to smudge. Just to break up the white. So you've got a little bit of a time. And I was supposed to do it this side as well, but I'm too busy chin wagging as per usual. So I'm going to pick now. I'm going to have a look at this. I'm going to use the skin tone, obviously. This beautiful mermaid and her lovely ears are here. Have I got the right colour? Yes. Oh, I thought I was doing it then in a different colour. Showing her belly off. Yeah, hubby gave me some money. Oh, I've missed a bit of her hair there, look, at the back. He gave me some pennies. He said, go and get yourself, treat yourself to some stamps. Oh, so I did. Bless his soul. I only bought a couple because I'm saving my allowance until the 2nd of May. Because I told you I didn't buy from the pre-order. I'm going to have a little pink purple star in her hair this time. What a beautiful vibrant colour this is. Isn't that gorgeous? And when we add some Wink Stella and maybe even some glossy accents on there, that's just going to look absolutely smashing. So let's see what other colour. I've got this beautiful blue that I used in her hair before. But I'm going to do her tail in blue this time. We're switching it over a little bit. It's absolutely gorgeous colour. Again, we're going to leave a little gap. And if you notice, I'm just using it like, I'm not colouring like a colouring pen. If you know what I mean, I'm just giving downward strokes. I'm just going to leave a little gap again, and I'm going to smush with my finger. It just adds. And I'm going to go back over certain areas and make them a little bit darker where you know the shadows would be. Press a little harder there. Just to give it a bit of definition. Isn't she gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, it's beautiful. Alright, let's see what colour we can have at top. Oh, look, did I put my Sharpie? Yes, I put it in the bag instead of in there. And this is like a little bit of an aqua green colour as well. Slightly darker, so I could just go over. Give me some definition on these dark bits. I am starting to get the paper a bit wet, so I'm going to be careful. There we go. Add a bit of definition under her. Isn't that just beautiful? Love it. And what colour top shall we do? Oh, I don't know. Shall we go for purple? Nice dark purple. I love colouring. There we go. Absolutely stunning. I'm going to have to fetch my green back in. Is it this one I used? Yeah, because I've missed a bit of her hair here. Actually, this is a little bit darker. So I'm just going to add some shadow in. Because that's where it would be. Just under her ears and the side of her face. Oh, I love it. Isn't that pure? Oh, it's so pretty. Absolutely wonderful. And get this little strand a little bit dark. I'm just going to add some highlights. There we go. Oh, I think that's plenty. Just plenty. I think she's so adorable. Just the cutest little face. And you can keep going over and over and over and building up the colours, but I think she's just fine. So I'm going to set 2 now. I have this beautiful dark brown, and I'm just definitioning the outsides of this rock because it's deep and dark in parts, and they get all sorts of colours in rocks that stick out the ocean. Get a bit of green on there from the moss and the algae, and that's where my stamping blends are going to come in. What a gorgeous outline that is. Mind you, look at this, looks a bit like my mossy meadow. And we're just going to follow lines just to add a bit of green, and then we're going to blend. Just add definition. Perfect. Now for my old olive. Just going to go over. We've got the darker bits then. You won't see all this green in a moment, but you'll have blends of it. And then I'm going to use my crumb cake. And it's going to, not going all over everywhere. I'm just going down the sides to give definition to the stone more than anything. And then I'm going for the dark. Just perfect. I'm so glad you like watching me colour and taking off the wrong tops. Again, now we're just going down the sides, blending it in. Like a bit like a camouflage. That is wonderful. Now I have another colour. Is it this one? No, it's not in. I think it's this one, is it? Nope, that's not the one. She said, there it is. This is more like a caramel brown. And it's worth doing these extra little bits. You know, just, you would get all sorts of shading on rocks, unless they were pure white rocks. But then they'd still have a bit of algae on there. I'm just going to do that, because when I add my Winker Stella at the end, oh, coffee time. Lovely. When I add the Winker Stella at the end, it's going to totally change the colour of that stone again. So, I did, like I say, cut my little fishy out. Not the best cutter in the world, and something that tiny. And this beautiful shell. And if you look, I've added Winker Stella to the stripes on the fish and to the shell. So we've got them ready. Now we're just going to get my scissors out. My skizzers. God, I always used to say that as a kid. It's mad what you come up with and or remember what you did when you were a child. There goes. There's my fussy cutting. It's so crude. Oh, they do, I think, I'm not sure if they do dyes to match this, but I couldn't afford them all in one go, so. We've just had to have the car repaired, see. The timing belt was going, and they said, they reckoned if we hadn't have gone and installed the car once, it would have wrecked the engine. So we had to fork out to about £180 just for a little timing belt. So this now, oh my word, when we add it to the card here, this is going on. What I'm going to do, I'm adding tear and tape so I can leave the top, so I can slide items in and under. And that is totally going to change once we get that Winker Stella on there. So I'm not going to, oh, she's going to disappear. But I need to leave enough background now for my sentiment as well. Oh, don't go slipping away now. There we go. It's just going to sit there. And then my lovely little girl's going to sit on top. Oh, beautiful. Like we can remove from this side, but we can't take away. So yeah, I'm going to take another mil off there, maybe a 1/4 of an inch, if that. I'm just going to go over where that line is, because that's all we needed to remove. We can always add, we can always take away what we can't add without, look at my rock, get out of the way, rock. So let's get rid of this scrap paper, and we're going to start to cut this beautiful girl out. And I'm doing it crude at first, because I find if I've got too much paper in my hand, it tends to put me off. So I'm going to start along this lovely edge here. And I'm trying to get as close as I can, but not too close. And if you do not like the white bits when you're cutting too close, you can just go back over with the last pen you were using. Oh, you know, I nearly thought chopped her hand off then. And I'm just trying to get in really close. And like I say, I don't mind that little bit showing. It's different when it's so close to her hand. And I don't want to get... I'm not cutting all the way around the hairpiece. Otherwise, it's a tiny little strand. So I'm just going to leave that. Mind you don't chop off her ear this side, because it does stick out a bit more than the other side. Let's get rid of that bit. In fact, I don't think it sticks out at all this side. Oh, me and fussy cutting, they just don't get on. Yeah, I'm having practice because yeah, here comes the concentration bit now. I'm going to take that to that point. I don't want to cut anything off that I'm not supposed to. Then I'm going to come back around this way. I know I can't see it, I'm doing it blind, but I don't think I did too bad there. A little bit further out than I would have liked, but I don't mind, because it's a delicate piece. I had Happy Mail, which I'll show you in a moment, this morning, from the gorgeous, gorgeous Kay Charles, all the way from Australia. Absolute darling. There's me thinking, a couple of weeks ago, those papers I did with the lotus flower in the back, I thought they were from my lovely friend Brenda, but they were actually from Kay. So, and she sent me some more. Oh my gosh, how adorable. So let's get this sentiment stamped now, so we know how far up to come with the sky and the skyline. And this just says, sending oceans of love. Isn't that lovely? Pop that pretty high up. What I did earlier, I stamped it and then did my sponging, and it sort of blended it out a little bit. So now I know where this is going. I can push that all the way up to there. So I'm just using Tombow for this. Trying to come all the way to the edge, because I know this bit is getting snipped off. And now I'll put that right across the edge. That looks okay to me. I mean, like I say, we can trim off, but we can't add. Or you can, but it wouldn't look nice. It's not perfect. It's coming on lovely. I love it. And now we can attach this piece. Oh, look, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So now I'm just going to grab my tear tape. I'm going to pop a strip right along the bottom. And then I'm going to go just one above it. Because I don't want anything too complicated on this side. Rub it down with a bone folder or something smooth, especially on the ends. And then when you come to peel back your tape, you know it's well and truly stuck down and that your backing's not going to come off either. And you're just going to add this right at the very bottom along this edge. Making sure it stays along the bottom on that side as well. Absolutely perfect. So just trim off the excess again. I'm hovering over my bin, that's what I am, so I can put my stuff away. I just think that is so adorable. Right, now my wink of Stella. And I'm not doing it on this point, I'm just doing it on the water's edge. In fact, here you could, if you wanted to, use your fine tip glue pen and add some dazzling diamonds. That would be good as well. Can you just see that glisten there on the water's edge? It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to leave that there for a moment. And I'm going to fetch my glue in now. I'm going to position my little fishy first, because he's just going to poke his head out the water because he can't stay up and not come up for air for long. So he's just going right there. Just perfect. Now for my rock. And he's going around about, oops, I can lift that up. He's going to sit right there. Now we can do the wink of Stella magic on him as well, because it pulls this dark colour and it'll start to smudge it in. You see it on the pen? So I'm going for the darker bits. I'm going to make my rock glisten and shine. You can see at the end of the brush, but it will just tap clean. She said, I'm trying to squeeze a bit of Stella out. Just give that a good shake. That's better. That's better. I've got a bit more wiggle space with it now. See how they blend the colours together? Wash up the end. Now we're going to attach the little shell. Just going to pop that right on that water's edge there. Right at the back of the rock. Isn't that coming on lovely? Let me just check the time. Better we get move on. Oh my gosh. So earlier, and now I'm just going to attach her. Whoops. We're going to wink a Stella her. Oh gosh, I better hadn't put my paper or my card on that bit now. I'll just get a scrap piece. Let me just pop that down because it's got dints all over it, so I don't want to wreck my work that I've just done. And we're just going to place her on top of the rock and make sure she squoze into place. Oh my word, isn't she beautiful? On my other one, wait a minute, I did put dimensionals on the back but it looked a bit skew with, so I've just glued this one on. Perfect. Now we're going to do some Winker Stella on her hair. Absolutely gorgeous. She'd like to just got out the ocean, and all her little bits are glistening. And a beautiful, beautiful fishtail. That is perfect, absolutely perfect. Oh, I love that. I absolutely adore that bit. And the background is just sponged enough for me. I think that is beautiful. I'm going to add a little bit more to the shell because it's coming off in my fingers. And everything's just glistening perfectly. And what child or young girl wouldn't want that in the post? Look at the shine on that. Just gorgeous. So I'm going to add some more glue, attach it to my card, and we are done. And we've done magic with this beautiful mermaid. A few pens and a bit of glitter, and an imagination can do. Can turn something plain and simple into something beautiful. And I love the wiggle space. And she is just perfect now. There you have it. Oh my word, my piece of paper is well and truly stuck. So this is the one we just done together. See what I mean about the crispness of the sentiment, whereas I sponged over? I am loving both of these. Absolutely gorgeous. A little bit darker I'm saying there, but that one, perfection. And if you want to add some little gems, you are more than welcome to do so. Let me have a look, see what I've got to hand. Where's my glimmer dot? Oh, there we go. We have these and these and these, and we can add a few of those if you want to. I think the green is just beautiful. And where would I put? I'm going to put one right there. Right there. And just above there on this one. Beautiful. And on this one we're going to have the yellow, and we're going to go for this one just above there. This one just here. I think that's a little bit big. Let's go for the next size down. This one can go there, and this one can go just about there. Perfect, absolute perfect. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. Well, I hope you enjoy these as much as I do, and like I say, they come from my favourite things, so you want to check those out. And yeah, I'm loving it. I hope you enjoy and you give it a try. A thumbs up would be absolutely amazing. Let me hold these up for you. This is the first one. And this is the one we've just done now. Look at that glisten. Can I see that glisten? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, I don't know what that is, but a thumbs up, please, and a subscribe. And a little press the bell straight away afterwards. And you've been notified. Oh, happy mail. Sorry, quickly. Look what I had off the gorgeous K. Charles. Sugar, frosting, yummy, 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 delicious. And Kay's popped something in there for a little contribution towards postage and packaging. And these are some more of those beautiful papers that she sent me before. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely cool. And some stripy ones. Oh my word. But thank you for this, Kay. You are an amazing lady. And she has popped inside Please find and enclose small donations to the cost of all your postage. Keep up the good work. You make so many people happy. Kay in Melbourne. And then she's put for Gainer. For all you do, not only do you teach us, but you brighten every day of us all. Love and hugs, Kay. Oh, that is so nice. Thank you so much, my darling. I'm going to keep that in my little treasure drawer. And, yeah, and I'm going to see you all soon. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.